Hello and welcome back to NorCal 715. Today I have the Sony DVD VCR player model SLV-D370P, and the customer brought this in complaining that it was skipping while it was playing DVDs. So as you can see, I have a DVD playing on it, and it's actually playing okay right now. It skipped a couple times. So I think it's just going to need a simple cleaning. So let's go ahead and zip the top off of it, and we'll get into it and see if we can figure out what's going on. We'll clean the optical pickup. I'll show you how to do that, as well as lube the sled motor and the spindle motor to make sure everything's okay. So I'm just going to start, remove the cover, 3 screws, and the cover just lifts off to show the mechanism inside the VCR and the DVD player. The DVD is playing right now. We'll stop that. We'll take the disc out. Next, we'll go ahead and pop the cover off. So we're going to go ahead and clean the optical pickup, the laser assembly right here, and we're going to lube the spindle motor as well. We'll go ahead and lube the sled tracks, which are these 2 bars right here, to make sure it can slide freely. Okay, so I've got a Q-tip and some glass cleaner. I'm going to spray this on the Q-tip. A little bit on there. I'm going to fling it off camera. So it's damp at this point. And I'm just going to take and wipe in a cylindrical motion, wipe in circles, to completely clean the optical pickup. I'm going to take the dry end now and dry the lens, continuing to wipe in circles only, because we don't want any linear scratches on this, so we want to do everything in a circular motion. And I'm rotating the Q-tip as I clean this. That looks really good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and try to put a little drop of oil on the shaft of the spindle motor, because what happens is if the bearings become dry, this motor has a little bit of play in the shaft, and it causes the disc to want to oscillate side to side, and the laser has a hard time to keep up with that. But if we fill that dry area in the bushing of the motor with oil, it kind of packs it in, and it keeps it centered with the oil. So I've got the camera down in here kind of wedged into the DVD player, and what I've got is a little bottle of oil right here, precision oiler, and so I'm going to try to put it right down in here and oil the shaft. It's hard to show it, but I've got some oil on the shaft between the bronze bushing and the shaft of the motor. Work it up and down a few times. You can see the optical pickup is extremely clean right now. It's very clean, no dust. And so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add a droplet of oil on the sled assembly. I'm just going to run the sled up and back a few times. Just spread that oil. Slides very freely now. The next thing I'm going to look at is the disc clamp assembly. I just want to make sure it moves freely. There's no binding, because what this is just a little spring-loaded pivot, and it just puts constant pressure on the disc. Now there's a magnet up inside most of these, and it causes this to clamp to the spindle motor assembly. I'm going to go ahead and take my Q-tip that's clean with the glass cleaner. I'm going to clean the turntable assembly. And that's just done by wiping. You can see the dirt coming off of this on the Q-tip. Look how dirty that is already. Because we want the disc to ride absolutely flat on this. So I'm going to clean the pad completely. Flip the Q-tip over. We'll use the dry side to completely clean it off at this point. Now this piece just snaps back in place. It's held in place with these locking tabs. It's 4 locking tabs. That's what I pried up earlier. Put the disc back in it, close it. Now it's going to read the disc. So it's read the disc. There's the main screen. And it's playing. Let's go ahead and clean the VHS mechanism at this point. Make sure it plays a VHS tape. A vertical helical scan. And let's make sure it works. Alright, so let's switch it to VHS. We'll just hit play. Cylinder runs up. And it seems to be playing okay. Let's go ahead and give it a clean. Let's get the tape out. Stop. Eject. Okay, so here is the VHS mechanism. So what I've got is my Q-tip, and I'm using acetone. And I've used acetone since the mid-80s. And so I'm cleaning the cylinder surface right now, not the heads. The heads are actually these little divots right here. So this is a hi-fi audio head, and this is the video head. And the way that you can tell that is there's one Allen adjustable screw for the head height here, and there's two adjustable screws. They've been Loctited, and so that adjusts the individual head height to the tape. One, audio head. Two, video heads. There's an SP head and an EP head, the 2-hour head and the 6-hour head. And so now to clean the heads, I don't use the tip of the Q-tip, I use the side. And I'm just going to wipe it. You always want to wipe it straight across, never in an up and down motion, because it will damage the brittle ferrite head. But you're very careful about this. You can go ahead and clean the video and the audio heads. The hi-fi audio heads are on the rotating cylinder. Now the linear audio head is located right here. The top portion is the audio head. The bottom portion down here is the control head. So I'm going to use that same Q-tip, clean the control portion of it. I'm going to take it and bend it so I can get it up in there. And I'm going to clean the audio portion of the head, the linear audio track. So the linear audio track and the hi-fi audio track are two different audio tracks. So next, this is the erase head. So when you're recording a videotape, this erases the entire tape, 100% of it, leaves nothing behind. We'll clean the entrance tape roller. I'm going to rotate that slightly while I'm scrubbing up and down, as well as the tape guide itself. This arm right here is the tension arm. I'm going to go ahead and clean that as well. The exit tape guide and the exit tape guide roller. I'm just going to scrub this as I rotate the tape guide with my thumb. And now look at all the dirt I got off of that. It's quite a bit. We'll go ahead and get a new Q-tip, fresh acetone on it. And we'll clean the audio exit tape guide, the capstan shaft, just go ahead and scrub it all around, and then we'll clean this pinch roller as well. I'm just going to scrub it up and down. While I rotate the Q-tip slightly. I'm sorry if the camera is shaking, but look at how much has come off of that. Look at that. New Q-tip. Gonna go ahead and clean the exit capstan tape guide arm. I'm gonna go ahead and go over these one more time real quick with a clean Q-tip. And look at that. We've got more stuff off. Just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and hit the cylinder one more time. Now we'll go ahead and clean the lower cylinder assembly, and I want to do this in between the head assembly. So you can see there's a head right here and a head right here. So I'm going to position those kind of out of the way. I'm going to clean with the heads out of the way and wipe the entire tape path out. There we go. Got a little more stuff off there. So this thing should be good to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply a drop of oil just to allow this to slide easier. So next we'll put the tape back in it and let it load. There it goes. Now I'll ask it to play. There it is, it's playing. You can see the tape is paying out. And, well, unfortunately they have this RFID sticker on here so you can't see it's being retracted. But if it was not, it would be paying out right here. The tape would just be spilling out completely. You can kind of see the roller back in here. One more final test. There the machine's playing. You can see it on the screen right here. I'm going to put it back over to DVD mode. Let it read the disc. There it is, it's playing. Flawless, no skipping. Get the disc menu, play. There we go, it's working fine. But there's the DVD playing just fine. Here is the VHS playing. When I switch it, you can see the Macrovision bars upon there, those bright white dots. So here it is playing a DVD that is a DVD-R recorded from a VHS videotape. So it's not the best quality, but because it is a -R, it does require a little bit better playback capacity to play than a factory-made DVD. Now I use these discs, homemade discs, to determine the integrity of the DVD player. So in most cases, if it will play this disc, then it's going to be good to go on a factory-made DVD. So let's go ahead and put this back together now. So hopefully everything's going to be good. It's playing absolutely perfectly. It's been playing about 20-30 minutes now with no problems whatsoever. So let's go ahead and put the top back on it, and I'll give it a final burn-in test and then ship it back to the customer. There we go, top's on. The DVD is playing no problem. Very good. Hasn't been skipping or anything. The videotape plays just fine now. Well, it always did. But I went ahead and cleaned it and lubed it just as a service to the customer. So I certainly hope you enjoyed this video on the Sony DVD VHS player model SLV-D370P. If this video has made a difference, please consider making a donation on my YouTube homepage with the PayPal button or at paypal.me/NorCal715. Thanks so much for watching. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.